Stephen Silverman. And so we had some good discussions, and I hope soon to be going back. So that's the macro. Let's turn to the micro. And this is a book which I read this week, absolutely fascinating, called Everyone is Present by Terry Kurgan, who is descended from refugees from Poland, quite sort of upper middle class Jews. And what she does in this fascinating book, which was actually very hard to obtain, it took the whole summer, is she looks at some family snapshots. And in the book, she actually magnifies them hugely and looks at gestures, the body language. And we know that photographs actually give very little away. They're very seductive. We think we can learn a lot from them, but we can't. And so what she does, based on talking to people in the family, is she tries to piece together the real relationships, what was really going on with her parents and other relations. And then what she does is with her mother, this is basically concerning her grandmother and grandfather. Her grandfather was a diarist. And then she goes onto Google and starts Googling, the locations of where they lived and where they stayed, the hotels on their holidays. And then she takes her mother back to Poland. And here, going up and down the staircase, not able to get quite into the exactly right apartment where her grandparents lived and her mother was a small child before having to leave. And so it's a story of going back, a bit like The Lost, written by Daniel Mendelsohn, but much more photographic-led, and how she learns certain things about her family, some things not so nice, and how she takes that journey back and reconstructs their journey halfway across the world, and eventually they end up in South Africa. So there were people there were 3 or 4 survivors from the Łódź ghetto. There were families. There was one extended family of 46 people, relations from all over the world. People planted trees. People heard many speeches. And there's a fantastic new dialogue center in Łódź. And it was a privilege to be part of it, and very humbling. So both the macro and the micro, and my little pilgrimage to Poland. And next week I think I might discuss what I learned about Jewish history in India in a trip there earlier. A very complicated history of infighting in communities. Let's turn over to page 520 and we stand for the Emmanuel. Emmanuel l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol la'tek gedula v'yotzer b'reshit asher sam chakeni li'ached et shamo v'gorleinu l'hamlich malchuto. Shemayim v'yosed aretz v'moshav yekaro v'shemayim mima'al v'shchinatu zo b'gofei meromim hu Eloheinu ein od emet malkeinu efes ulato kakatuv b'torato v'yadata hayom v'hashevota el levavecha ki Adonai hu Elohim b'shemayim mima'al v'haaretz mitachat ein od. Trusting in you, eternal God, we hope soon to behold the glory of your might, when false gods will vanish from our hearts and idolatry cease forever. Help us to perfect the world by bringing it under your unchallenged rule, when all will invoke your name, relinquish evil, and turn to you alone. May all who dwell on earth come to know that to you every knee must bend and every tongue swear loyalty. Before you let them humble themselves, and to your glorious name let them give honor. Let all submit to your sovereign rule. May that time come soon and last forever. For ultimate sovereignty is yours, and to all eternity you will reign in glory. As it is written, the Eternal One shall reign forever. Dependent on unhistoric facts, and that things are not so ill with you and me as they might have been, is half owing to the number who lived faithfully a hidden life and rest in unvisited tombs. And even when they are gone, the departed are with us. They inspire us to live as in their higher moments they themselves sought to live. We remember our loved ones now, for they remain in our hearts, and they are a continual blessing. And today we remember our loved ones: Sylvia Bronstein, Sidney Foreman, Henry Shama, Michael Sharp, and Bernie, we wish you strength and only good things, long life, as you remember your dear wife, Valerie. And we remember a friend of our community, Rabbi Erlene Valhaus, and we also, of course, very much have in our minds Mike Solomon and Alan and Janet and the whole family. And would anyone like to mention the name of a loved one or friend?
I'd like to mention my mum, Esme Cash. Today is the English date that she passed away.
Well, we wish you strength and speedy healing. And let us read Kaddish together. Yitgadal Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah Ba'alma Divrah Chiratei Yamlich Malchutei L'chayechon V'yomechon V'chayei L'chol Beit Yisrael V'zman Kari V'imru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam L'lamei L'maya Yitzvarach V'yishtabach V'yitrar V'termut Aseh Bita dar, bita le, bita lal, shemeda kudashah, berichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, daminan la'ma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'el kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imroma, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'el kol Yisrael, v'el kol b'nei Adam, v'imru amen. Please be seated, everybody. Adonai Ro'i. Joseph, what page is that on?
Your question, Frank.
I'll look in the back here. Psalm 23.
221.
Sorry?
Page 221.
That is correct. 221. Begins again on Monday, and I hope the weather holds, and yeah, good relaxation.
We have food bank kiddish this week, beginning of the month, next door in the library, as per usual. And our food bank kiddish well, we've got 20 minutes yet. So,
may I just say that it's not just coming back, Frank. It will lead us towards the high holidays, which are again just round the corner. And I wanted to say that next Friday evening, Frank will be conducting the service at my home in North Harrow, and everybody who can come is very, very welcome.
It's close to the Harrow Museum and also former Kodak facility.
It's all been pulled down and rebuilt, I can tell you.
Well, at least it's not going to be a prison.
No.
Right, next door, everybody.
I'm medical. I'm using professional
No, not personally, but delivering other people, but not mine. I've just finished my second then I got to get a job at the practice. How are you doing? I do, it's a really nice area.
I have a sister.
We've got two ends.
But I've got lots of cousins.
Yes, they are. They've just got their results. Everyone's off to universities. Oh my God! Yeah, my sister's going to uni as well. As she goes back to uni, I'm going to move back to London to practice, so they might lose her and gain me back again. Yeah, well, I don't know, I do a lot of tidying.
There was the most extraordinary jazz concert in Woolwich last week. It was based on performances of Woolwich Ghetto survivors. They came back to Woolwich and they played in 1946, 45, 46. It was classic, gorgeous jazz. So well done. I thought it would be really tacky. It was so amazing. And there was jazz in there was stuff in Polish, in English, in Yiddish, in German, and some vocals, some non-vocals. They were fantastic.
There's no question that jazz is going to be Yiddish music going back to the Nazis.
And the Nazis considered it to be totally degenerate.
Yeah, no, because
Blacks and Jews. So, so I mean, that was a surprising Woolwich. It was outdoors. Yeah, Lod's for Yiddish, I guess, and Woolwich and Lod and Polish. And it was outdoors. The acoustics were incredible. And it was in a car.
Big turnout.
Oh, hundreds, many hundreds. And there was this lightning storm going, lightning thunder. Yeah, and no rain. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Come on, folks. Please pass down the car.
Yeah, that would be good.
See you in a minute.
There's a big turnout, isn't it?
You're being sarcastic.
I'm being ironic, you don't aren't ironic, I'm
I
sorry.
want to get sarcasm is the lowest form.
No, I wouldn't be
Used to
sarcastic.
say no. I just want to tell Frank, we've got a member who comes from the Lots Ghetto. And I've asked him, we'd love to meet her, but he won't go. And now I'm thinking he'll deal with you. Because he's got to tell her what he's seen. I don't actually want to come into this kitchen. Oh, right, because you're downstairs.
Why?
So which floor would you put them in? Would it be in these ones?
Yes, yes. I know we did.
Oh, I see. Like how?
Yeah.
Yes, I see. Yes, I see. Okay, fine. Fine, that's good to know.
We did your setting of Shalom.
Yes, I remember you did that.
Rosh Hashanah, which
Yeah.
I thought was really lovely.
We'll do that probably in not as an anthem. Fine. So what you're going to do is go through one folder, put everything in it, and then make them from that. I'll make all the other folders.
Yes.
Okay. I can see a fair few things already that I've got typeset versions of already that I can just. It's easy to read. All that kind of thing.
That will be fantastic.
It's always
because
popular.
very often mistakes occur
Yeah.
because we're singing from such awful copies.
Yeah. No, that's always
Yeah.
it's always bad.
Yes.
I'll be in a second. I'm just getting my music sorted. Yeah.
happen with it? Here's a couple of them. Have you seen that your farewell service on the 26th? Have you seen the details of it?
No.
It's actually in the Sonic Centre because
That I know.
yeah, but it's going to be a 10:30 start because they, for some reason, we have to give the hall. We post the rooms back by 1:15.
Okay.
Though it is, sorry to foist it from you, 10:30 start.
That's all right.
So a couple of things. Who would you like to especially invite? Maybe Danny's going to deal with that.
Especially.
But you want to start thinking about if you want any special attendees. I think Dan was going to approach you. And then ask you.
There's a couple of speakers that I want. You, Michelle Drage, and Leo Neto, and Sohel Ahmed.
I feel honoured.
Yeah. You and Michelle were the chairs that I enjoyed being with. I don't know if there's anybody incredibly special. There might be, I think. Okay.
And lastly, for today, anyway, is what would you like as a evening present?
Oh gosh.
I don't expect you to say straight away.
Is there any sense of a budget or?
Maybe a fraction, I don't know.
I mean, the attitude might be, well, we paid him, so why do we have to give him anything?
Well, that was expressed to the council. And butterflies.
They don't have time. They did. They could have been sued. I haven't.
I have, I feel I'm really pissed off about this. The whole thing is totally insane. Totally insane. And the worst case scenario outcome of it should have been that, because I think you were thinking about leaving anyway, the crowning joy of your legacy to have seen us move from one building to the other, from the second building to here, and from here to Stanmore. Kind of Moses-like, leading us through the wilderness into the promised land,
Yeah.
and then being able to see the promised land, and then retire.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
excuse my language, fucked up.
So are you feeling quite distant from the community yourself?
Yes, yeah, it's put a sharp rift in there. I'm carrying on, I'm still working in the best interest of the community. It's just not going to be the same here for me. We'll do our best.
It's amazing how it's seemingly certain people are under the thumb of downstairs. I'm aware that downstairs is probably calling a lot of the shots in this. And it's really sad. They just want to get their hands on the money. And
Yeah, so I'm on the team for thinking about that's what gives me. And I watched him bend over backwards in complete disagreement to what we discussed at the last meeting when Danny Rich came to talk to us. Supine to the Mosaic pool. And I actually had to come across it.
it's so weak.
And I actually had to, it must, what they only thought about the fact that I actually contradicted the chairman. He
He's
said,
so
well, that's
weak.
actually not the position. Because we were flirting with the idea of part-time. And I suddenly realised after meeting with Dan, no way, it's got to be full-time. And Daniel was just complete, he's an idiot.
Yeah. Look, I'm in a privileged position. I can afford afford to retire. I have so much to do. I'm so excited about being able to do those things. There are people I'm going to miss. There are people that I'll still see. Yeah.
I hope that we're going to get invited to all these really lovely things that you do, like the stuff at the Outback and all the other stuff.
Yeah. And I've delayed the India trip until January 21. And the one to the south. And I feel almost like it's like stage 3 of my life. So I just feel lucky that I have health and I have all these interests and the kids are okay and.
But don't you feel betrayed by the community? I'm almost spitting blood.
I'm trying not to think those negative thoughts. I think, I've had a run of 22 years. It's a pretty good run. It's more than most people. I'm aware that my feelings about the future were pretty clear, and some people didn't like those. My ambivalence to downstairs. Also, my antipathy for really anything conservative or pedantic. And, you go away and the mice come out to play. So it's a reflection of larger things in society. It's also a reflection of people like Vera and Robert and the Solomons.
And the Zaxes.
Yeah, and they're getting older and grouchier, and they're really inward-looking people. They never really grew up. They're a little crowd, and I see through them. So, it's fine. If they want to get a toady, that's fine. I feel I'm okay.
I know you're going to be okay.
Yeah, I'm
You're too talented, and you've got so much going on.
And also in a way, there are people that I won't miss in the slightest. That whole gang is they've never grown up. And it's so inward looking, and
there's a reason why none of those are my friends.
So it's time. It's time. It would have been nice another year, but it's okay. I can deal. And I consulted solicitors, as you know, and I had good advice, and I had a great guy, a member to support me, and I got something, which will help. But no, they completely. It's the original amateur hour.
Yeah.
It was just.
I told them.
It was so tacky.
Completely understandable. Everything. Even the approach.
It's really tacky. And Daniel, he was just.
He's a waste of space, Daniel.
Yeah. And Vera and Robert, these people are so two-faced.
Yeah.
She's telling me just now it was my duty to go see somebody, some friend of hers. It's like, you dumb bitch. She's so shallow. And the Solomons, particularly Janet, very, very two-faced, a real yachman. I feel sorry for them, losing their son, but, they have bad relations with Neil and Helen, and,
Let's leave it there. Right.
how's the midwifery?
Going very well, yes. 1 year left.
Good. Thank you. Have you delivered anybody yet?
22.
22. So who's counting?
We have to count. We have to get 40. We have to get 40 to qualify. So
Wow.
most definitely counting.
And all successful.
Yeah, I've been at lots of different births, so like one-twos and forceps and cesareans, but they don't count. We only have to count the vaginal births that we catch.
Any water births?
Yeah, quite a few now. They're amazing.
I know. Sarah was a water birth,
Oh, is she?
and she considers herself to be a mermaid.
Yeah, they are absolutely amazing. I love water births.
Yeah. And where? Which hospitals?
Pool Hospital, but it's
Down south.
Yeah, but I'm hopefully coming back to London when I qualify.
So 1 year to go.
Yes.
Brilliant. And you'll get a BA or a master's?
Just a bachelor's, yeah.
BA or BS?
Yes, a Bachelor's of Science.
Yeah. BSc.
Yeah. But then I want to do a master's.
Yeah, and then you can teach.
Oh, no, I think you have to do a PhD to teach midwifery. I'd like to do a master's. PhD, not quite thinking about that just yet.
No, but after a while you'll do some research and make your original contribution.
Yeah.
That's what a PhD is.
You're right.
Okay,
Nice to see you.
got my Sarah coming home.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Has she been travelling?
Yeah, she's been traveling. She's coming home and she's going up to her last year at Edinburgh in a few days. Yeah. Great. And Lewis is halfway through.